Anthony Blinken, the US Secretary of State, you can see these live pictures here, is arriving for those meetings, those discussions. He is here talking to Isaac Herzog, the Israeli president. Let's have a listen.
And of course has to the inherent right of the Israelis to defend themselves. And we are hearing from the outside the demonstration of the families. Our heart goes out to them. We understand it. We want their immediate release. And finally, I want to say something with your respect as to the humanitarian and international law abiding by the State of Israel. So this is a leaflet which we are sending by over 1,200,000 leaflets to the citizens of Gaza. We've carried out 6 million text messages and 4 million phone calls to the citizens of Gaza according to the rules of international law, where we alerted the citizens in advance, including before the Jabalia attack. Please move out, because as we have the right for self-defense, we want you to go out of the premises from where missiles and guns and bombs and mortars are shelled at our people, and from where the horrendous, atrocious attacks went out. So you move out so we can go in according to international law and defend our people. 6 million text messages and 4 million phone calls and 1.2 million pamphlets and phone calls in addition to all of that speaks for itself as we protect the civilians, moving out to safe zone, giving them the right and necessary humanitarian aid, and enabling ourselves to defend ourselves. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. And it's always good to be back in Israel. These are difficult days, but we're here as we've been and as we will remain in solidarity with Israel. We stand strongly for the proposition that Israel has not only the right but the obligation to defend itself and to do everything possible to make sure that this October 7th can never happen again. And at the same time, as you've just made clear, how Israel does this matters, and it is very important that when it comes to the protection of civilians who are caught in the crossfire of Hamas's making, that everything be done to protect them and to bring assistance to those who so desperately need it, and who are not in any way responsible for what happened on October 7th. So we're working on all of that together, but we have a shared determination, and that determination will not wane. We also are thinking every single moment of our hostages. So many Israelis, Americans, other nationals, and we are determined to do everything that we can to bring them back safely, to bring them back to be with their families and loved ones. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, sure.
Well, there's some live remarks there. They're shaking hands with the cameras. Doesn't look like they're going to take any questions. No, they're walking away from the cameras now. The US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken there, and the Israeli President Isaac Herzog. An interesting exchange as well, because of course part of what Anthony Blinken is here to do, and he was reflecting on it there, is that tread that delicate line between endorsing Israel's right to self-defense and self-protection, while also ensuring that civilians in Gaza, as Mr Blinken was saying there, who have no part in this conflict and had no part in the attacks of the 7th of October, are protected while that military action goes on. We know that's right at the heart of the discussions that the US Secretary of State is having with various senior Israeli figures in the next few hours while he is on the ground here in Israel.